Hi everyone, Phil from Tech for Techs here. Today we're looking at this SSD from Netac. It's a 480GB, 2.5-inch SSD, and we're going to actually look to see how it basically performs. These are available online at roughly £43.99, but again with SSD prices, same as memory, the prices at the moment are fluctuating up and down all the time. They do have other sizes available as well, obviously at different prices. If you're interested in this product, please click the link below and it will take you to the cheapest price available in your country. Okay, so let's have a look at this SSD from Netac. It's the 480GB version. They do a terabyte and a 240GB version as well. This is 2.5-inch. It's a solid state drive. SATA III, 6 gigabits per second. It's got smart, it's got NCQ trim, and it's got wear leveling technology as well. Doesn't really say too much on the box, otherwise there's a lot of small print on the back, mainly for different languages. It does say there's a 5-year warranty on there, which is always good on any product. It shows that they're showing at least some confidence in the product. The max read-write on this, it's quoted at 540 megabytes on the read and 490 on the write. The larger 1TB model has 560 on the read and 520 on the write. So it gives you a rough idea. If you do go for the smaller models, they will be a little bit slower. But in reality, would you notice it? Probably not, to be honest, when you're talking about numbers like that. It is a 7mm thick model as well. It doesn't say that on the box, but generally most SSDs are these days. So inside the box, this is all you've got other than packaging. You've got a manual, warranty information and so forth. It does state that it's a 3-year limited warranty there. On the box and the website, it states it's a 5-year. So not sure about that one, but I would go by what it says on the box and on the website, which says 5 years. It's mostly different languages, but it does show you how to fit it inside the machine, which most people should know how to do. If you're going to be attempting this, I wouldn't suggest you do it if you don't, because you could easily break something. It also shows you how to install an M.2 one on the back, so I'm guessing this is a generic manual for all models. The SSD itself, well, as you can see, it's blue. There's no mistake in that. It's got a nice sort of a sort of chevron style on there, to be honest with you. So it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty flash. It is metallic. It does feel cold. Yeah, that's definitely a metallic finish. It's not plastic. Same on the back. It's got a warranty seal as well, and it's got all your information on the back. But otherwise, that's it. There's not much to look at. It's just like a standard SSD. Personally, I'm not a fan of the blue. I prefer plain black because that would fit in with anything. When something's blue like this and you stick it in a case with a window on the side, it's going to stand out. Okay, if you want it to stand out, that's brilliant. But in most cases, if everything's black inside your machine, you'll want that to be black. But again, only a minor thing. In a lot of cases, they're hidden away as well in a lot of cases. So again, it's only a minor thing, and it's not something what's going to stop me buying one. Okay, as a lot of you ask, basically what controller's on this? It's got a Silicon Motion SM2259XT controller. It's the same one you get in the Crucial MX500 SSDs. It gives you a rough idea what the SSD looks like on the inside. The actual bit, what matters, obviously the blue bit on the outside is just casing. It doesn't really do much. It may dissipate a little bit of heat, but in reality, that's what you're looking at. Okay, so now we're testing this product, and as you can see here, using Crystal Disk Mark, we're getting a read speed of about 502, 503 megabytes per second. We did run the test multiple times. And the write speed was surprisingly higher than the read speed. So the write speed is actually faster than what the manufacturer states, but the read speed was lower. I also did a test using Atto. Again, they do give slightly different results, but that's pretty normal. But the write speed on Atto was saying roughly 475, and the read was around about 490-ish. So take it with a pinch of salt, but you are getting a read-write speed of around about that 500 megs range. Again, SSDs are a bit of a pain because you can find that it can differ per SSD. Now we're copying basically a 7 GB folder with 3015 files in it onto the Netac SSD. So this is going to be what's classed as a write operation. So we're writing to the drive. Now to begin with, a lot of the files will copy quite slow because they're small, and small files always copy slower to storage than big files. But when you get down to the big files, you can see here is copying at roughly 430 megabytes per second, which to be honest is pretty good. So again, this is classed as write speed. Now what we're going to do is rename that file and copy it back onto the PC so that the PC knows that it's a different file, so there's no caching issues. So we rename this and then we copy it over, and this is going to test what's called the read speed. So that's reading the information off of the Netac drive and writing it to the PC. And similar thing will happen here. So the first few files, which are really small, will take a little bit, well, should I say, go a little bit slower in copying. And then when it gets to the big files, you will find they copy a lot faster. So let's have a look, see what sort of speeds we get here. And as you can see here, it's now shooting up to around about 400 megabytes per second, which is actually slower than the write speed. So that sort of corresponds with what Crystal Diskmark is saying, that the actual write speed is a little bit faster than the read speed. But in all honesty, those results are pretty good for a drive in the value range. So in conclusion, is it actually any good? Well, the basics is, yeah, it gives you a decent read and write speeds, pretty much what you would get for most value drives. Don't get me wrong, there are some value drives, some unbranded ones out there which give you a hell of a lot slower speeds. But in all honesty, they're all better than a traditional hard drive. It comes with a 5-year warranty, which is a bonus. And you've got that aluminium casing, which does help disperse a little bit of the heat. But in all honesty, the testing said it didn't change from 40 degrees all the way through, which probably means in reality, either there's no sensor in there or the temperature just didn't change. In a lot of cases, the 2.5-inch drives do not have a sensor in them because they just don't get that hot. Unlike the NVMe type SSDs, which can get extremely hot. Overall, if you're looking to upgrade an old machine or even build yourself a budget machine, this would be more than ideal. Obviously, most newer machines or higher-end machines will take NVMe drives, which are generally a lot faster, in a lot of cases 5 times or even more faster than a 2.5-inch SATA drive. But again, not all devices support them yet. So if you need a 2.5-inch drive, and it's pretty fast, reliable, decent price, then yeah, I would recommend you have a look at this.